If you see this little like guy with the mustache,
Hmm.
you see it on here. Kind of
Yeah.
hard to see a little bit. Um, but that's a look. So what that means is if I right click and if I go to audience look, there's a bunch of different looks. Now, some of
Okay.
this honestly probably needs to get cleaned up a little bit to make it more streamlined. You really only need maybe like three looks. Um, Video is the main one that we use, video with sermon, and then video with announcements. Those are the key three that we use. The
Okay.
other three are not really used anymore. Um, but you can have more looks to, if you want to get more creative later down the road. But those are the three that that are completely or that are used each week. So I'll explain like how each one works in a sec.
Okay.
But for announcements, or basically any kind of graphic that you want to be shown on live stream and also on the projector, you'll want to always use, let me go back. There you go. You always want to make sure that you click on video with announcements.
Okay. For the
Um,
graphic on the bottom right in live stream.
yeah, exactly. So that's the only
Okay.
one that's the look where it's going to have the graphic on the bottom.
Okay.
So, like for example, this countdown, if I was to click on it, it's not going to show the countdown on oh actually yeah it is because it's on a look for yeah, I believe it's on the video with announcement look.
Okay.
Yeah, so because we want to show it for live stream. But let's say it was something that you didn't really want to show the live stream audience, but you did want to show the people that are in person.
Hmm.
What you could do is you can easily just change the look. So you can go to edit actions,
Okay.
video with announcements,
Okay.
and then change it to video instead of video with announcements.
Okay.
And then once you do that, if you re-click it, it's not going to show anymore.
Okay.
And then it's going to still be on the projector,
Okay.
see, um, but it won't be on live stream.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Um, and so so video. Let me just first, I guess I'll just explain each look since we're on that topic. So if I go here, video is everything that is only shown on the projector. Um, and then but not on live stream. Okay. For certain things, for graphics. So it's a little tricky because it's depends on what type of um oh it depends on what is shown. So that's for a media. So media means like any type of picture or graphic or but if it's text like this,
Hmm.
there's a built-in template within video look where it's
Hmm.
going to show any text in the center of live stream, but in the middle of projector. Okay. What I mean by that is so like all of these, anything that's text, you'll always want to make sure that it's video look. Okay.
Okay.
Any kind of text doesn't really matter what the text is, just any text. And when you have that text enabled or that look enabled in text, then once you click on it, see you have it in the middle
Hmm.
on live stream, and then projector it's middle also, but it's a lot bigger.
Hmm.
So I have a sizing built in. Um, Sizing is like the sizing is all like custom built already in within the look.
Okay.
So, and I'll show you how to customize the look if you ever wanted to make any updates to the look. Then you can do that. But um, yeah, so that's basically how it's set up for one for live stream and then one for projector for text. Okay.
All right.
Um, for certain the one that says video with sermon, um, the time when you would use that is for during sermons, essentially. So if I go to like the one from Sunday, uh, and so I guess this kind of just like shows you an example. So this one is a graphic.
Mm-hmm.
So the look, I have it as video with announcement because I wanted to show the live stream people this graphic. Okay, that
Okay.
makes sense. So in live stream you'll see that graphic. Okay. But then on the
Okay.
next slide, which would be this one, it's gonna switch to video with sermon. Okay.
Okay.
And video with sermon, you click on that, it's gonna go away, the graphic. And then I have a pre-built media um playlist from here. So down here, there's like these like different graphics that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a custom one for the sermon series, and I just made a playlist. You could just create a new playlist by the same way I did this one up here, where I
Yeah.
duplicated it. It's the same way. You right click and duplicate. And then you can like let's say there's like a new sermon series that comes out. Um, you can just have another new one. Um, you can add a new one to this, to the next. So you go here to duplicate, and then now you'll have a new one. And let's say a new like template was built,
Mm-hmm.
then you could use that for for the sermon background, for the background for verses and stuff.
All right.
Okay.
And who creates that template?
So that one I did, like this one right here. But it's on Canva already, this one. So
Uh-huh.
honestly, it would probably be just the best practice to like repurpose, or not repurpose, but just like kind of reuse the template that I created. And so that all you have to really do is just change this graphic right here. The whatever the new sermon title is,
Uh-huh.
put that in the bottom left, and then keep that logo bottom right, and then just do like a transparent background right here. And the reason, oh well, this one I have it dark, is because, well, actually, let me go back. So let me go back to the looks. If I go to edit actions and then video with sermon, the reason why I have video with sermon and I have a dark background is because with video with sermon, the font is white. Okay.
Okay.
So if I click on it, you're gonna see a white font. Um,
Okay.
and so, and the reason why I do that is because usually when you have a white background for sermons, it can get a little bit too like distracting, like when someone's preaching.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's usually best to have a darker background and then just white text. So it's just not overwhelming or distracting. Because
Okay.
like if for example you had something like this always up on the screen, and then you had like black text with the sermon, um the scripture, it would just start to get like too bright. The sermon, let me go back to where I was talking about. So like what I was saying is, best practice is to have it with like a darker background
Mm-hmm.
and then a white text, just so it's like less distracting essentially.
Okay.
And the way that the look is set up is a white font for the video with sermon look. Um, Video is black font, and then video with announcements is also black font. Okay.
Okay.
But you don't really show text with video with announcements. And I'll show you why in a sec. Um, Here, actually, let me just show you real quick. This is what it looks like if you were to click video with announcements on text. So it looks fine on projector, right? But
Mm-hmm.
on live stream, this is what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
So it looks all weird,
Yeah.
because trying to project two things at
Right.
once. It's trying to project this one. This was our old one that we used.
Yeah.
And then it's also trying to project the projector that, the graphic that's on the projector. So you don't really want to do that. You'll just want to make sure that you click video and then yeah, just keep it at video for
Uh-huh.
anything with text.
And then you just click out and then click it back.
Yeah, yep. There you go.
Okay.
And then it goes back.
Okay. And then what does it look like with the oh, so that's what it looks like on live stream. Oh, well, we're not live streaming right now, right? So
Yeah, well, yeah, this is what it would look like with live stream.
okay.
Um, so the reason why, with video, it will always have, like, if you go to the very bottom here on media,
Uh-huh.
um, let me.
But when we're streaming like how it is right now, it would be we would have like whoever's preaching right on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
With video.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Video. Um, and when it comes to media, if for some reason you don't see any of this stuff down here, it's right up top, right here where it says media.
Okay.
If you click on that, that's how you find it. So like right now it's hidden. So if it's ever
Yeah.
hidden, you re-click media and
Okay.
it'll come back up. It'll come back. Okay.
Okay.
So on the top part, that's where you'll find that.
The media for when you click the media, you just click input one, right?
For this one?
Yeah. When
Oh
you
yes,
want to
for
go.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
video input one. So if the
Okay.
video was connected to, just
Right.
how we do it on service, you would just click input one and then the video will start showing right here on
Okay.
live stream.